All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome
to another episode
of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tom Vays. Just checking if my mics are properly working. And I believe they are. All right. So let's do a quick update. I have a networking event right before the conference. The conference starts tomorrow. I am already here in Sao Paulo. It's very nice. I haven't really been outside much. I think I'm going to explore Rio a little bit more. Still a chance I make it to the falls, but let me check out how this conference is, because if I like the conference, I'll be back next year for sure. And then I'm going to make a nice, longer, more relaxed trip to the falls, because right now, still too much stuff going on in the world and also in my life. Let's go to the charts. All right, this is the event I am at, Crypto Mines. Okay, you can go to my calendar, tomevays.com, calendars. From Brazil, I go to Panama, and then I come back to the US for a few days, and then I'm off to London. And I'm not sure what I'm doing the rest of the month yet. And I believe in June, I'm going to Africa. Keep you guys posted. Other than that, hey, if you want to support, I don't even remember the last time I put in the affiliate. I clicked the affiliate page. There's still stuff here. If you are looking to dollar cost average Bitcoin, Swan, I joined their spaces earlier today. Swan, I got to get an update, a proper update from Emily, see what's going on. Start 9 if you want to know. All right, let's go to charts. Enough shilling, let's do charts. The month is almost at an end, and this is not going to be a good end to the month. This is not going to be a very fun stream, which is probably why I'm going to try to keep it short. Audio lags. Sounds out of sync. Ooh. All right, hold on. Let me unplug my audio.
Okay, I took out the audio. Right now I'm using my webcam as a microphone. I can leave that if that's cool. Otherwise, I'm going to plug my microphones back in. So let me know how the audio is. Otherwise, I'm going to plug in my microphone again, and maybe sounds fine. All right, so let me just leave my my webcam as the audio. Much better. Ooh, okay. All right, so I'll use the webcam. Yeah, this is that AI webcam. So it kind of moves when I move. Okay. Well, there go the $300 or $400 roads. I'm not using them right now. So somebody's saying this is not good, turn back, and someone is saying this is better now. I'm going to leave it like this for now. I'll go back to these mics on the next stream. So, weekly chart. As you can see, we have flipped the Lucid SAR. Yeah, I'll check Nasdaq for you, dumb money media. Weekly SARs have been flipped. Today's Friday. This week is probably not going to end very well. And we are very, very close to the bottom of this consolidation. And at the bottom of this consolidation, I'm not very bullish. There is also absolutely no support anywhere between the current price of Bitcoin and all the way down at the 200-week moving average. So we have to just wait and see. Our allocation chart remains in cash. I am tempted to put on a short trade. I'm definitely not going to put on a long trade right now. But I'm tempted to put on a short trade, but I'm not going to do it. There's just too many forces that can reverse Bitcoin in a hurry. So we'll stick to cash and try to buy the dip. Hey guys, come out and join us at this castle in the Dominican Republic for the financial summit. Absolutely incredible event. Check out the website, thefinancialsummit.com. I already showed you guys my calendar. And if you want to support, check out the on-demand videos or the MRI indicator that I always use. By the way, I decided to, about a week ago, a friend of mine was buying the MRI and I dropped the price for him to $500 and I kind of left it. So I don't know when I'm going to raise it back up, but at the moment, you can buy it for 500 lifetime access, just so you know. Okay, here's the daily chart. The daily chart, this was my line of significant trouble. And you can see how once we broke this line, I drew this arrow. I actually had this arrow drawn before we even broke the line, saying that once we break this line and we establish new lows on a daily closing basis, Bitcoin runs itself into some trouble. And we're seeing it today very, very, well, profoundly, basically. The next set of closes, I mean, the last barrier you have right here is the MRI support line. We've had the support line for over a month. Going on, it's going to be 2 months soon if we don't break it. And it's another nail that could cause Bitcoin to go significantly lower. And my targets for Bitcoin are pretty dire here because there's just no support. Here's the hourly chart. The hourly chart looks pretty weak as well. Not really much to cling to here. Got a red star candle on the hourly chart. The 4-hour chart can't do much either. So we got about another hour before the markets close. You can see how GBTC is not looking good. Everything, it just looks pretty bad for Bitcoin. I had a little talk about what I think of the dollar and what I think of oil and what I think of the future for the United States geopolitically from the airport before my 10-hour flight. I remain very bullish on oil. Now, why am I yawning all of a sudden now that I started doing the stream? I'll look at Nasdaq in a bit, and then I'm gonna have to call it a day. I think oil is gonna break this all-time high, which happened to happen on a second consecutive MRI top. How did it do on a weekly scale? How did oil do on a how was the all-time high on a weekly scale? Well, it was a little bit after the second consecutive MRI weekly top, but it did happen right alongside the extension arrows. But the monthly MRI top split did it. What about the daily? Might as well check, right? Man, we got to go all the way back to 2008. 10, getting there. There it is. There's the daily. Wow, on a daily scale, this was weird. It was like a hyperwave kind of thing, but then it made a new swing high, but not a new close. See, this is why a new closing high is important. A new closing high is important. The swing high is nice, but the closing high is what matters. There's oil daily. I'm going to leave this chart. Gold, I remain bullish. Look at that perfect back test. Oh, wait, that's a monthly chart. Look at that perfect back test, weekly scale. The reason this line's there is because that's where these tops are. And that line was there before the pullback. S&P 500 is down. I could have predicted that based on what Bitcoin's doing. And I do think the S&P will make new lows, and it's very possible Bitcoin will as well. The weekly chart, I don't have much hope for the S&P on a weekly scale. Move this garbage can. I don't have much hope for the weekly scale on the S&P, and that's why I think we're going to go and hit the bottom of that channel. The last time we did that was during the COVID lockdown. But now the US once again has locked itself out of the global market. First, it was for COVID with the entire world, and now it's the sanctions of Russia and threatening India and China with same. So the US just hurts itself by creating economic sanctions. Man, the ruble just keeps appreciating and appreciating. Wow, impressive. DXY, oh, there it is. What is this line for? Oh, it's not a line, it's my future projection. I'm going to delete this because it was just going to be confusing later. So I was very, very adamant about the top in the US dollar happening like right here, right now. And we can see on the weekly scale that this week's about to come to an end. And this should be the high for the dollar for a little while. The daily chart had an extra day in it, but it's also because the weekly and the monthly still had some room to go. But it looks like it's over. The 12-hour also lasted an extra candle or two, doji, and now it's going down. The 4-hour obviously would have had a bit of more time. There's the third consecutive MRI top on a 4-hour. And we almost made it to another MRI top. So, but in any case, I think the US dollar has topped for the short term. And we'll pull back to probably below 100 or 100, and then take another stab at 120. All right. That is pretty much it for me, other than Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq. Ooh, that is not good. That is an ugly looking chart. Unlike the S&P, the Nasdaq has fallen below its prior swing low. This is a very interesting picture. Oh, by the way, speaking of, so the other day I was putting together my presentation for the conference here. Let me do this. So this is going to be my presentation. Oh man, I don't have to do it tomorrow, or I can do it the following day. I think tomorrow morning I got to go through it. So over here, skip these slides. Wait, I always have way too many slides. This. Okay, perfect. Right here, right? So where is the Nasdaq right now, in my opinion? In my opinion, the Nasdaq is forming this orange line. Okay, I think the Nasdaq is forming this orange line, or orange candle. You see it as orange, the breakdown candle. Now let's go back to the chart. Okay, so here's our Nasdaq. You know, we're making a high. Well, let's put these side by side, right? We're going up, we made a high, we had a significant pullback. We go up more, nothing. Go up, a significant pullback, but it was higher than this. And then we go up some more, and boom, we pulled back down, and then we started going up, but we just made a new low. So if I go to my pictures, granted, it's a little bit different, it's not this perfect, but we made this low, we went up a little bit from there, and now we're going back down again. Now, granted, if this was actually at the prior swing high, and then it did this, it's very likely we're going to have a giant bear market. But we're not at the prior swing high yet. Prior swing high is here. Oh, that's S&P. Prior swing high is actually over here. So Nasdaq has some room. We have room to fall. It's going to hurt. That's 30% from here, but we do have room to fall. But it looks horrible. I have to sneeze for a second. But yeah, so these are like my slides. These are I did these things a long time ago. You know. And then this one as well. And I think I have some other ones too. I never did one for moving averages. I probably should, but. All right, looking at your live chat before I turn this off. And thank you all for watching. If you're in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, come by and say hi if you're at the conference. Otherwise, maybe I'll get a drink with you in Rio. I'm going to be heading that way next week. All right, later, guys.